2016 BMW X5 pre-scan. Customer complaint is it's overheating. Had the water pump changed and the thermostat changed, and since that was changed, it overheats. So I'm going to do a scan like normal. Pretty clean car. I suspect that the bleed procedure was done incorrectly. So I just want to scan, see what the code is. It does have a check engine light on. And do my pre-scan and then do a bleed. Okay, so we're going to go. Coolant pump missing. See, I don't know what that is. Alternator missing. He said he replaced the battery. Alternator, water pump. Why are these codes here? Okay. Actually, what is that? Wake up line. I don't know if he had the battery registered or anything. Okay, so I had to register the battery. I did the procedure and the code didn't come back. I had to clear the code for the alternator and reset the charging system. I have permanent code now for the water pump. The water pump was just replaced, and it's permanent code. I can't get it to go away. So I'm going to be checking it out a little bit here and there. And I do smell coolant, and the tray underneath here is wet. Right here, it's all wet, so I got to get this down. Looks like it's missing a couple screws. I don't know what else is missing. Let me see, missing a couple screws here and there. That one's missing. That one's missing. A couple more missing. I got to pull this down and take a closer look. It's an aftermarket water pump in there, which probably not a good idea. I got the panel down. You can see the connector zippy tied on. And you got some leaks. And that wire right there is damaged. Yeah, that's not good. I don't know what that leak is. It looks like it's coming from the intercooler piping. It could be something else, oil, but this is coolant. I don't know where that's coming from exactly. Man, they put covers everywhere. It could be the radiator. You can see that right there. Whatever that is. I just don't know what that is up here. So,
is it wet or?
Kind of. But I don't know if this is traveling down here and traveling
below on that side.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see anything like crazy obvious. But they were probing all kinds of stuff. That looks not good. Hoses don't look like they're leaking going to the pump. I gotta check wiring diagram. I think this one right here is your LIN bus. for an easy one, huh? Yeah, generally on something like this, I would never put an aftermarket pump in. And I don't know why that's zippy tied on.
He said something about the listening
Connector's broken.
Yeah, the pigtail connector.
Oh, if that's broken,
Well,
we have a bad connection.
Wiggle it or whatever like that inside of the connector to push it back in there, and then they blew out all of the debris and stuff like that, and you know.
Let me see what I can test while it's in place, but eventually I'm going to have to unhook that to take a better look. Yeah, let me look up a wiring diagram and start testing. I don't know if it kind of looks like it's missing where that goes. Looks like it's missing the weather stripping. It might just be down further in the connector there. And the purple wire, I don't know what the purple wire is. It might be a confirmation wire that it's, one's like a communication and one might be like a confirmation that it's working. And the other two fat ones, that's the power, the heavy gauge to it. So let me pull up a diagram. Right in here on the radiator, looks like the radiator's leaking. I didn't pressure test anything here, but here's my wiring diagram. It doesn't really tell me much that I need to know, like what is what, but I figured out that this purple wire is my LIN bus. Red and green, I got to figure out what that is. I have about 10 volts on that, and this one I do have a pattern. Pump started working, so I want to, if there's a connection issue, it doesn't matter if you bleed it, because if it's going to go out, it's not going to work again. So there's my signal on the purple wire, and I go into that one and I have a steady 10 volts. And there's some holes poked in there from somebody.
It looked like somebody was probing it before.
Yeah, they were. That's exactly what it was. You just, if you damage a wire like that to probe it, you should use the right tool for it. I don't have it right here. I have it in there, but it'll put a little hole in it, and you have to seal it back up. Like over here, they did the same thing. Whatever this is, I don't even know what this is, but the wire, what they did, instead of taking taking the probe and going in, like right here, going in behind it and probing in there, they just open that up. Now, if you seal it, it's no big deal as long as you don't damage the wires. As I have piercing probes that I use a lot. A lot of times I don't go in this way, I'll pierce it, but I'll put something on there, nail polish, whatever, just to seal it back up. What's going on here? This is running right now, so you probably aren't airlocked.
What's that mean?
Air trapped in there, like needing to be bled out. It's probably not your problem. Your problem is, what I'm thinking is that connection's bad. So right now, you can hear the pump running, but this code's still on. Let me clear the code. But if that goes if that goes out,
then it's the same
your
problem.
pump's not running. You know what I mean? Now this code still comes back, so there's still an issue. It might not like that pump. Something like this, you would want to use dealer parts. It's unfortunate when you own a car like this. You really don't want to use, you don't want to go cheap on anything. It's already on. Activation test failed. Alright, well I'm going to disconnect that, see if I can see anything with the connector itself. Yeah, it's a drawback of having a fancy car, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know what that was. That's the throttle body activating. I don't know why it did that. Yeah, it's not even. What am I seeing here? There's terminals spread.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like. I don't like the way that looks. I got to get a better camera. It's using a phone is stupid. This one right here is good. It's got good tension, so if I leave it in there, it'll hang. But this one, it's in there. Right, it just falls right out.
It just falls out.
Yep. So I'm going to try to tighten that up. Tighten the pin up. And yeah. That's the LIN bus line. That's the communication line. Okay. This might not work because I have the key off. Tighten the terminal up. See, I don't know if this. I don't think that even does anything. But that code just keeps coming back. Yeah. Recycle the key. Wait 10 seconds. I think the pump is still an issue. I tightened it up, but doesn't necessarily mean that it's working. Yep, that comes back intermittent now. I don't like the intermittent. Now it's permanent. Yeah. I mean, I can hear the pump ring. Come on. The pump is running. See, I got the connector to work without the zippy tie now. All I had to do is put it on correct. But that's as far as I can get. That's pretty close. That's pretty close to the balancer. Back on this BMW. I didn't like that 10 volts. I talked to a couple other techs, and they said it should be 12 volts. You can see here, if I can bring it out. That's my red with the green. And if you notice the 15 up there, that's terminal 15. So terminal 15 should be, come on, should be 12 volts, and I had 10. So I'm at, I can't tell if that's a 46 or a 48. So, but the connector is A211 2B, which is that one there. I got that on, right? And the pin out here. It's only windy when I'm trying to do this. That's the connector. So I'm gonna disconnect it, run a continuity test, just to make sure that you know which one is which, 46 or 48, and check my voltage there versus the voltage down at the pump. And I do have a dealer pump, and we got the bolts there, and ready to rock and roll on that if that's the case. But I just want to verify that that aftermarket pump might not have the right software in it, might not be able to recognize the pump. That could be the whole problem. But that 10 volts is bugging me, so I really want to check it. Connector I have to get to is this connector right here. So I'm going to pull that connector out, confirm my pins, and take it from there. Alright, music guaranteed to get me demonetized, even though I'm not monetized. I need to find the right pin for that. That one. Alright. Now I gotta go underneath. Man, I'll tell you, it would be nice if I actually find a wiring problem and I could fix it, save this guy some money. It's unfortunate that you know it happened this way. People just don't trust anybody anymore. It's hard to argue with that when the industry's kind of messed up. Get this in here a little better. I'm only showing this part because I can't be everywhere. Alright, let's see if 46 is the correct pin. Yep, 46. 0.2, 0.1. Cool. Let's just see how many ohms I got. Why not? 0.2 ohms. That's not cool. I was hoping maybe to see some high resistance in there. 0.1. Yeah. All right. So now I got to take apart the back part of the thing and find the plug or find the wire there, and I'm going to pierce it. But unlike the previous tech, I'm going to fix it after I pierce it. That would be awesome if I could. It's just a wire. Save this guy a little bit of money. The battery possibly could have needed to get done, just because it's a 2016, so maybe it needed a battery, but that's not why the battery was going dead. He was just throwing parts at it. I should have did this before I put it up on the ramps. This is not easy. Got it all hooked up. Okay, I'm pierced here. So it doesn't look like I have a voltage drop there. I wonder if this will even run with it that low. I probably got to put my power key on that. .46 millivolts. This is weird. I'm missing something. That is the wire. Wonder if it being disconnected has anything to do with it. Okay. 11.8 I got. Alright. So it had to be hooked up. Let's turn off 15 voltage. 11.7. So now I'm going to go down here and retest. Look at that. It's my ground. So 11.1. Alright, cool. Alright, so I have no voltage drop. It's a little low. I don't know if that's an issue. I had my maintainer was not adjusted right. Since my maintainer wasn't adjusted right, I'm going to retest down at the bottom. Yep, I got 13.5 volts. I am feeling better about the call now.